Hello, everyone. This is Jess from Soul Star Healing and Tarot. Thank you so much for coming today. So, this is reading, and the readings I'm going to do for the rest of the week are going to be kind of collective readings to move us towards the full moon in Libra that's happening on April 12th. Thankfully, on the same day of this full moon, Venus will be going direct after being retrograde for quite a while now. So I feel like there might be a lot of cleaning up relationship energy going on. We'll see what comes out in the cards. A great way to clear energy with air signs, Libra full moon, sound energy. Air signs work very well with healing through sound. Okay, so if that's something you'd like to work with during this time, great idea. One other or two other things that I want to mention while we're here. First of all, being the FNG here on YouTube, I did not realize that I needed to actually turn the comments on when I post. So I've been asking people to leave feedback and comments, and the entire time my comments have not been on. So I will be correcting that issue. I apologize for my novice green move there, but I realized it and I will correct it. And slowly but surely, I will be trying to become a little bit more tech savvy as I'm doing this. Tech is not my area of expertise. So, and then the other thing I realized is that on the reading I did previously with the archangels, it's the reading before this one, I did a segment on crystals that align us to archangel energies. I forgot to mention that. So if you are interested in learning about crystals that raise our vibration so we're more available to archangel energies during our healing, please go back to that reading and watch it. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the Witches of Legend Oracle. I've used this oracle before, and it is not, to me, these are not all witches. They're just kind of more mystical, maybe a little bit more, determined female energies in mythology and spirituality. So let's see, Spirit, who is guiding this reading for us today? Okay. One card, please, Spirit. Who is guiding this reading for us today? Okay. And who do we have but our Black Moon Lilith? Amazing. Love me some Lilith energy. We do have a reading, several readings back. Vesta and Lilith had both entered Scorpio, so I did a reading for that. If you're interested in any more Lilith energy. Okay. For better or worse, Lilith refuses to back down to authority, but instead forges her own path despite all consequences. For this, she is demonized by some and venerated by others. Lilith challenges us to think deeply about where we must take a strong and unyielding stance. What are your core values? How do you protect them? Okay, so sounds like we're going to be focusing on how we stand up for ourselves in challenging situations. Very cool. Okay. And even though, a lot of these cards have female tones to them, it's just that the moon is a female energy. These readings are for male and female people. We're just working with female energy, feminine energy when we're working with moon energy. I'm going to be grabbing two cards from the Mike Wilcox Tarot and Oracle. These are the major arcana and the zodiac cards. And these are kind of the overriding energy of this reading. Two cards, please, Spirit. Okay, that card hit the ground, but it's the Hermit. Okay. and Scorpio. Very cool. All right. And again, like I said, Lilith is in Scorpio right now. So that last reading that I did with Lilith and Vesta might be worth looking at. So the Hermit and Scorpio, very interesting energies to put together. So we're going deep into the shadow aspects and investigating our shadow side. Okay. What is it that we need to see and uncover so that we can become more wise about ourselves and why we do the things we do, and move on, right? With our guiding light here, our little star and the lantern. Okay. So Scorpio, deep investigation, fearless investigation, not afraid of the truth. Okay. Not afraid to see the darker aspects of ourselves and how we can use them to work in our benefit, or we use them to work against us, right? So really, really looking deeply into our shadow aspects here. All right. With Lilith too. I mean, hello. Very cool. Let's see what we're revealing here. All right. This is the Sakura Tarot. Beautiful Japanese art on it. Okay. Spirit, may we have 3 cards of guidance. All right, it looks like we're going to have a day where everything's hitting the floor. All right, hold on one second. I'm going to get up again. Going to get a little butt workout. Okay. So we have 3 of coins, pentacles, 6 of swords. Oops, we have 2 there. 9 of wands and 4 of pentacles. A little bit of restrictive energy there. Okay. And now I'm going to grab 3 cards, I think, not 4, from the Black Moon, or I'm sorry, Broken Mirror Tarot, Black Moon. I'm talking about Lilith over there still. Broken Mirror Tarot. 3 cards of guidance, please, Spirit. Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles, Judgment, and the 4 of Wands. And now I'm going to grab 3 cards from, this is called the Craft Tarot. It's a traditional Rider-Waite with a black background. 3 cards of guidance, please, Spirit. Okay. Two of Cups, the Lovers, another 4 of Pentacles, 2 4 of Pentacles in this row here. Okay. Three of Coins, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Okay, so it looks like we're trying to work with others, not one person or more. I'm not clear on that yet. In order to receive some type of recognition, some type of working together, collaboration. It looks like here possibly towards securing our future plans long term. Okay. And with this 2 of Cups here, I would say that this collaboration is happening between a unit of 2 people. Okay. That that are in some type of divine union. Okay. It looks like, they look like they're matched here. It's a mirrored type of energy. All right. But whether there's anybody else in the picture of this collaboration, I am not sure. It's a collective reading. It will be different for everybody. But the focus of this collaboration and this union is on securing a solid future, investing in the future, and that's for years to come. Okay. Six of Swords, the Judgment, the Lovers. Okay, and it looks like, I don't know if there's been any turbulence here in this communication, collaboration about the future plans and building this solid, secure future. An investment, right? You want to make sure that if you're investing your time into a relationship, that it has a solid foundation. But somebody is moving towards something they think has a smoother path. Okay. It could be staying in this relationship or this situation and moving forward, or it could be moving away from something you find somewhat turbulent. Okay. It's a collective reading. It will be different for everyone. This movement brings a huge rebirth and growth. So, with this Hermit and Scorpio card, okay, because Scorpio is Pluto, it is the death card. It is about a huge transformation and that death, and we have the rebirth here. That whatever's going on in this, I would think for the majority of people, there's two people here that have different ideas of how to move forward for future expectations. Okay. I think moving away into something that feels a little safer is a rebirth process. Okay. And it's actually like, because this is a major arcana, it is a very important step in your journey. Okay. There's something about this that is for you a major step of ascension and heading towards your karma. Okay. What you're meant to do here. And it's, I think, very difficult. There's definitely an aspect of it not being easy, because having to go down into the depths of the rebirth process is exactly that Hermit and Scorpio card. Okay. Really processing why we do the things we do. Why do we stay in relationships too long when we don't have the same future goals or the same beliefs about what relationships are? Okay. We have to dig deep in ourselves to hop in our boat and move away from that. Even, one of my favorite statements from Eat, Pray, Love, we have to put our backbone where our wishbone is. Okay. Sometimes it's just, you have to say, this is not in alignment with me. All right. Huge, huge, huge moment of growth and rebirth here. And it brings you to the Lovers. Now, to me, this could mean a few different things. We have Archangel Raphael here, huge healing process. It could move you towards the relationship you're looking for, and that the Two of Cups is a relationship card, but this is the major arcana relationship card. This could move you towards the divine union that you are looking for. Okay. Not necessarily right now, but as you move through the healing process, okay, you will become divinely connected to the person that you meet. This could also be a healing process for yourself where you really align your masculine and feminine energies, and you're able to deal with a lot of feelings of, maybe being afraid to be alone, maybe being too dominant in relationships, whatever, it's different for everyone. Personally, I've had an issue with both of those things in my relationships. Okay. So maybe you just learn how to balance it. So, you're not too much of one or too much of the other. The other thing, of course, this card is always known as the choice card. So this may lead you to really making choices in your relationships that are in your greatest and highest good. Where you're in relationships when you're collaborating with people, you both really truly have the same goals for the future and the relationship. Somebody's not just what do they call it, future faking with you just to keep you. Okay, that they actually are in alignment with where you want to go in the future. And that's a huge healing process, right? To say to someone, you meet someone, you have a lot in common, and the relationship seems great. You want children, they don't want children. You want to live in the United States, they want to live in Thailand. You know, there's just certain things you can't compromise on. And it's not going, the relationship will always suffer if you're compromising on too many of the big things that are important to you. Okay. For instance, you might be very close with your family. They may not have an interest in family. You're going to choose what your needs are over the relationship, no matter how fun it is or exciting it is. You're going to say, nope, I know what my goals are and I'm not going to compromise them. Okay. I mean, relationships always take compromise, but with things like wanting children, if you really want to be a parent and the other person doesn't, that's a huge thing that you should not, um, turn away from if it's that important to you. So we have this kind of revelation here about what we need to do in our relationships and how we need to be like Lilith. Don't compromise. Okay. We went into our hermit mode to investigate our shadows and the origination of certain things that we've been doing. All right. Big thing here. First of all, again, something that is very important to you is safety and security. Okay. And that's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of. If we live in a world that we required to have a home, and if we don't pay our electric bill, we don't have electricity. There's things that we are required to do in this earthly experience that that we can't live without. And if we do, it's very uncomfortable. So I think with this Nine of Wands here and this Four of Pentacles showing up twice, just be careful that you're not blocking your energy in fear. Okay. There's a difference between making something important to you or making it a fear. And when you make it a fear, you're blocking the energy that brings it towards you. You're constantly attracting things that are in that vibration. Okay. In that lower fear vibration, instead of attracting things to you, right? Ten of Pentacles is still worried about the future, but it's in a high vibrational way. Four of Pentacles is blocking your energy, worried about those things. So it's just how you approach it. All right. And those are things you can figure out in that hermit state and this Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, right? Because here you have with Four of Wands is the universe is matching your energy and bringing the relationship to you, bringing the joy to you, and bringing the celebration to you. Okay. So you have to decide here which four energy you want to be aligned with. I think with this Nine of Wands, there's wounds from the past that you need to be really contemplating in this hermit stage. Okay. Really thinking about why you have these fears, and are they real? Are they going to happen again? Okay. Or are you just keeping your energy stuck in a moment that's already passed? Okay. We've got to let go of that. We've got to let go of the Four of Coins. We've got to let go of the Four of Coins here. The only aspect of this Four of Coins is that can be positive for you is if you're blocking your energy to people who are not in alignment with you. Then that's good. So focus on raising your vibration. Okay. Focus on not thinking too much into the past and the things that have hurt you in the past. Allow your energy to become at a higher vibration so you're attracting more joy and more, right? This is the 1111 card. We're attracting things that are in alignment with us. And you'll find that things feel a lot easier in this state than it does in all of this kind of fear state. Okay? So let's grab 3 cards of advice from Spirit. This is the Moon Baby Tarot. And especially with the Judgment card and that Lovers card, those are great opportunities to raise your vibration. Okay? So much healing in both of those cards. You have Archangel Gabriel in this card. You have Archangel Raphael in this card. Major, major, major divine healing, life-altering healing. Spirit, may we have 3 cards of advice for this reading. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. 9 of Swords, the Chariot, the Empress. Okay. Again, we don't want to let our thoughts consume us. Okay. Most of the things that we cause ourselves anxiety about and worry about that keep us up at night don't ever happen. We have a 9 of Wands and we have a 9 of Swords. Draining your energy, draining your mind. Okay. Not where you want to be. Don't allow yourself to worry about, if I get into this boat, into this, where's that 6 of Swords? If I get into this boat, what's going to happen? This relationship may not be what I want right now, but I have it. It's better than being alone. No, it's not. Get in the boat. Don't worry. Okay. And don't worry what somebody else is doing and why they're doing it. That's none of your business. Your business is what you're doing and why you're doing it. Okay. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Not your business. Can't change them. So now we have the Chariot. All right. We're trusting our intuition. We're victorious. Okay. Cancer card. Where I've said this in the past. I don't know if you've watched me before, and I haven't been here that long, so many people haven't watched me before. The Chariot is the 4 knights to me. Okay. He's learned how to master and move forward with his communication, master and move. That would be the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Cups, he's learned how to master and move forward from the heart space. He's learned how to master and move forward like the Knight of Wands with his energy, his excitement, his creativity and passion. And like the Knight of Pentacles, he's learned how and mastered how to move forward in a grounded way with a plan. Okay? That's an unstoppable energy. If you can master getting yourself to propel yourself forward with all of those things in place, you won't be in that 9 of Wands or 9 of Swords energy for 1 second. This is a victory card, and a lot of people believe in the Chariot, but the most important thing about the Chariot is he believes in himself. Okay? If he didn't believe in himself, no movement would happen. Okay. I do also associate the solar plexus and third eye chakra with this card. That solar plexus, that self belief, that self confidence, the gut intuition in alignment with our third eye intuition. Okay. You know intuitively that you can do it, and you know in your ego that you can do it, not in a cocky way, in a full, I have done the work, I am unstoppable right now. And then we lead ourselves into the Empress. Beautiful Venus energy. Okay. As Venus goes direct, you're a creator. You were given the opportunity for a rebirth here. Now you're pregnant with creativity. You're pregnant with abundance. You are giving birth to a whole different version of yourself. Okay. And as any of us that have been pregnant and given birth, or been with somebody that's been pregnant or given birth, it's not all fun. It's not all easy. Okay. There's morning sickness, there's swelling, there's the actual birthing process, there's the afterbirth process. You know, there's a lot of discomfort that goes along with it. But that's okay, because the end result is this beautiful gift of creation. So stay grounded, right? She's Taurus. Ask your guides and spirit for help. She's Libra, okay, as we're dealing with this Libra full moon, okay? She's neither one of these two people here. They don't doubt themselves. They know they can do it. People look up to them, people recognize them. So not only do they have that self-belief, other people believe in them too, okay? You've got this. So we are going to grab now, I hope that was helpful, a numerology card from the Divine, I always forget the name of this, Divine Illumination numerology deck, I believe it's called. There's so many decks, it's so hard to remember all of these names, and I definitely like to change my decks often. So, okay, one card, please, Spirit. Okay. Achievement. You are now embracing the boundless energy of abundance and spiritual fulfillment. Trust that even the toughest challenges will be met with ease and grace as new. I'm sorry, let me just say that a little clearer. Trust that even the toughest challenges will be met with ease and grace as new solutions appear before you. You are basking in the radiant glow of your achievements and transcending towards a state of pure bliss. Amazing. Let me try to get that there without the glare. Awesome. You have this. You have this. Whatever's going on in the beginning here, take that Lilith attitude. Don't back down. Stand your ground. Be brave. If other people don't like it, that's not your problem. Lilith would never stop because somebody was unhappy with her decision. Okay. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. One card, please. Spirit of guidance. Okay. Resilience. Okay. Let me get the book here. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say on this, the number is 8888. So if you see 4 8s, that's a sign, even 1 8 at this point. There's so many 8s there, but if you see 4 8s, that's a sign of synchronicity for you. This is the waning gibbous 5. I'm just going to try to put that where you don't have a glare. I have the window open. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned in my lessons from the mistakes I've made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. I am strong and resilient. Okay? There's nothing you can't get through here. All right? There's some pain sometimes with moving forward, but you're unstoppable. And you're not afraid to look at any of the hard truths that you need to look at to grow into this Empress here. All right? Now I'm going to grab a Twin Flame Ascension card. One card for this reading, Spirit. And okay, there's two. All right. Heal abandonment. We have that 9 of Wands there. And one with self. Blossoming and time to forgive. Let's start with time to forgive. All right, let's see. This is going to be one of those books that's hard for me to find the pages in. Okay. Time to forgive. You have experienced abandonment in multiple lifetimes. Wounded stories are subconsciously causing you intense soul pain that makes you easily triggered when you experience rejection or unrequited love. This card implies that you need to heal traumatic experiences and the influence of unhealthy relationships. Okay? That's that whole thing we were talking about in this first row of cards. You have been abandoning your own needs, which is the same as not loving yourself. You will move beyond the fear of abandonment when you realize that you caused yourself this pain because you've separated from yourself. It is time to forgive yourself for not standing up, showing up, or speaking up for your need to be heard. For your need to be heard, loved, or respected by others. You are taught that to experience love, you must earn the love that you seek. This produces the need for approval and creates feelings of rejection and feeling left out or left behind, causing you to justify your actions. Let go of your old identity. Letting go of your old identity is painful because you experience the death of your former self in patterns. Yet it is necessary for you to create a space for your new identity. Your new identity. We have the judgment there, the rebirth. Okay. And now one with self, blossoming. Okay. So we're going to go through this transition process here, and then we're blossoming. And this is 8, 8. Becoming one with yourself is similar to a lotus flower blossoming. It takes a long time for the root system to cultivate the universal intelligence within, which contains the blueprint for the beauty that follows, displaying pure perfection. This card is an indication that your genius within is awakening and your brilliance is about to emerge. As you continue to tap into the hidden power that is stored within your highest self, it provides you with extraordinary wisdom. Your greatest potential is ready to bloom and illuminate your inner beauty, which will magnetically attract your heart's desires. This ever unfolding process is constructed so that you become one with yourself. Lover's card. Be willing to see your true reflection in the mirror shown to you by others without judgment. Spend time with you, collect your fragments, and accept all of you, your life and the world. It'll help you balance your ego and heart. Balance that ego in the Chariot. Show up as love, lead with love, and share with love. Let your life be an example of passion in motion, making your possibilities endless. Amazing. Okay. So it's very possible with this Venus going direct in a full moon in Libra that I feel like a lot of the cards or readings rather might end up in some type of relationship tone. Although I'm not forcing that. I have no attachment to what comes out in the cards. I just read what comes out and use my intuition to understand what spirit is trying to tell us. But Lilith there, be fearless, okay? And do that investigation with the Hermit and Scorpio. And, you have the Chariot and the Empress here awaiting you. Just want to stay out of our head, right? Especially with the past, with that Nine of Wands, all right? Don't block your energy here, all right? Only block your energy to people that don't match your energy because they can't meet you at the higher vibration you're in, all right? I hope this reading helps. We'll be doing a few more of these full moon based readings, and I will see you soon. And please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff if you like this reading. And if you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. Thank you. Bye bye.